Hey guys, this is Andrei, a certified translator and a real estate concierge operating across Belarus, based in Minsk. My company has been successfully relocating people to Belarus over the last 4 years. And today, it's early spring, it's February 28th, it's Vitebsk, unusually warm for the season. And we're completing one more project with an apartment, a two-room apartment in central Vitebsk, which has been purchased, processed, is currently being checked out by the previous owner. And my last, duty is to contract the utilities and hand over a cute red folder with all the paperwork to the final owner, who is packing his stuff and is going to be here in a couple of weeks. So it's going to be a hectic day. There are several utilities to be contracted: gas, electricity, water, and the main utility contract. Before anything happens, not a part of the commercial, but a shot of coffee would not hurt. Stay in touch and let's see how it works through the day. There's also going to be shopping of the survival equipment for the apartment because it's going to be rented out soon. And by the way, the rental concept actually is working out. We're getting some profits already with the first apartment. We'll talk about this a bit later. On average, the city of Vitebsk has about 200 deals in a month. January was a bit of a off month, holiday period and everything. And there was also dollar rate fluctuation, so we assume there'll be 150 deals, or maybe a bit more, in February. The final figures will be rolled out in a week or something, available with the National Cadastre Agency on their official website actually. The one-room apartments went up in price by 4.4%, and the average per square meter price in Vitebsk is now about $790 per meter. Of course, all the settlements are in rubles only. The two-room flats have remained the same in price. Larger apartments, they don't make much statistics because there aren't really many 3 or 4 room flats on sale in each smaller city, regional centers like Vitebsk or Mogilov or Gomel or something like this. And so far, our strategy seems okay. It's the cheapest property in its niche. Obviously, there are more expensive properties. Obviously, people can say that they're too cheap or something, but that's the entrance ticket into Belarus. We are taking the serious properties. Unlike village houses, they are apartments. They're fit for living in there, Tier P application, residency, of course, and they are fit for renting them out. If something changes, they are going away soon, and for reasonable money without losing you much. So that's the current market niche where we're dealing. And in 2 weeks' time, there will be more apartment reviews because there's a client coming over, and we will be looking for a similar two-room apartment of some 40 meters in size in a good location in Vitebsk. Here in Victory Square, this place we just got is 7 minutes walk away. As the ex-owner is packing her stuff, we will be able to bump in and take a few shots just for your understanding of what could be purchased for some $32,000. 31.6 was the budget, I guess. And leave in the comments whether or not you like it as the first step into Belarusian new life, or it could be better, or whatever. Share your feedback, it's always welcome. The adequate feedback. Speaking of our rental income, guys, the strategy seems to be paying off. We rented out a two-room flat last December to some cool student guys, and the monthly fee is roughly $150 a room, minus some expenses, of course, like taxes and stuff. But generally, the investor who is coming in April to consider buying a second property has his flight round way paid off by this investment thing. I think it's good. It's around $600 round way. So we'll show you how things are going on in April. And right now, in 2 weeks' time, there's another guy coming in to buy a similar flat. So we will keep you updated about how things are. Right now, I'm going down the contracts, and I'll show you a few glimpses of the springtime Vitebsk. Generally, Vitebsk is a very old city, 974 first chronicle writing and record, and the historic heritage mostly is gone and is replaced with Victory Square, which is a vast empty block. But the neighborhood itself has some at least century-old buildings, which gives some positive touch to the city atmosphere. Being an ex-tour guide, still open to some touring activities if you are. I'm always fascinated by the place's history, always like to take a quick walk around the historic neighborhood. Let's see a few glimpses of the springtime city of Vitebsk. I guess the sounds of the birds are breaking into the microphone and you are taking part of this vibe with me. In the distance out there, there's Victory Square. We are in an area with the land office of Vitebsk. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like in spring. Essentially, we're done with the final round of bureaucracy, collecting the technical passport for the property. The red folder is now thick, but it's going to grow further because right now we're going into a mall to order beds and another place with the technical department to get the fridge and the washing machine. Delivery, installation, a few more extra dollars to get those done, and film the apartment itself. It's Friday afternoon, so the city feels like it's gradually slowing down the working activities, switching to something non-working. People getting off work by and by. It's too early. It's still 14 and change, but that's Friday. A lot of people are state employed, so they're not really into overtime and long working hours. Self-employed people don't really do hours. They do until the job is done. So this is the central walking street. It's very sweet to have a historic walking street, not something artificial. It exists in Vitebsk, it exists in Grodno, in Brest. Brest one I don't quite like. Too commercial. And this one is here. Here is spring. So I'm collecting the keys from the owner. This is the cool moment, the conclusion of the package with my client. Obviously the next step will be TRP application, but that's gonna come in 2 weeks from now, roughly. And here we are. The place is on the first floor, which is handy for rentals. It has gone through some pretty good renovation within the money offered. So we came on time. Now they're loading their stuff and I'll try to take some shots that will not be too ugly. The kitchen set is there, the cooker is staying behind. Bathroom is so-so, but we'll put a couple of dollars to improve it. And the rental potential should be okay this way. As for the rental income, it's obviously hard to judge long term about what kind of market we are going to have all the way through, but I'm pretty sure that my students will be happy to jump into this property once my client clears his TRP. That should happen by the 1st of April. Then we'll put it on the market. I'll put the navigation on the map. My favorite Vasilki, the place to have a good breakfast and lunch, is maybe 5 minutes away. Everything is well connected by the courtyard passes, and the vibes of spring are all around. And the key reason about choosing a property, like one of those basic 4-story or 5-story buildings from the 60s, they're cheap, they mostly have undergone capital improvement, they are mostly going to hold for another 50 years, unlike some modern ones which already have quality issues. So some options that are easy to track, easy to sell, easy to analyze, easy to renovate and live in them or rent them out. There is always an ongoing argument about how much has to be invested. There is obviously no minimum requirement. Sometimes people ask how much they have to spend to get a residency. But we have our own company filter about who we're dealing with before we take a contract for a residency, because my name is everywhere, my company is officially in, so we take it very seriously. Just a quick reminder about what these properties are. It's a 1960s idea to give everybody massive housing, as people were literally relocating from dugouts and sheds and other kinds of shelters, sharing let's say very tiny space between families. That was the fortune for them back at that time. I talked to a couple of eyewitnesses of that time of a family who got a new apartment on the second floor. The guy said it was a very exciting moment. And there are no lifts, there are no garbage chutes, so everybody has to bring their stuff downstairs, which is good because the modern trend in Minsk is to eliminate garbage chutes for sanitary standards. It's not necessarily a super noise-tight kind of wall, but the modern buildings in, say, Minsk world will not necessarily boast of the same stuff. And there are no lifts to break, so that keeps things easier and the man healthier. It's good for a man to walk a few stairs a day. Let's see the place. I'll make arrangements now and we'll get you some high colors next time. So any questions will be welcome. Please share your feedback under the video. This was Andrei from Vitebsk, and if you need a consultancy, you can contact me directly. Thank you very much.